Updated October 17, 2017 08-1201 Iraqi government forces have captured the Kurdish-held city of Kirkuk, responding to a vote on independence with a bold offensive that transforms the balance of power in the country. Key points: neither side has given a casualty toll for the operation despite reports of clashes. Baghdad orders that the Iraqi flag be raised over Kirkuk and other areas. Internal rifts within the Iraqi Kurdistan have begun to show in recent weeks. Overnight, a convoy of armored vehicles from Iraq's elite U.S.-trained counter-terrorism force seized the city's provincial government headquarters, less than a day after the operation began. Reporters in Kirkuk said, they pulled down the Kurdish flag and left the Iraqi flag flying. The government forces also took nearby gas and oil fields and a state-owned oil company's offices. Neither side gave a casualty toll for the operation, but an aid organization working in Kirkuk said several Peshmerga and members of the Iraqi forces had been killed in an overnight clash south of the city, the only serious fighting reported. One Kurdish Peshmerga field commander said his unit had suffered losses. "I don't know what's happening exactly because we've been in the fight since 4 in the morning. We've suffered casualties, including martyrs." Some Kurdish civilians were fleeing the city of 1 million people in fear of reprisals. One Kurdish resident said he was volunteering to try to defend Kirkuk. "We are looking at this situation and we are seeing a sectarian fight here," he said. "It has nothing to do with the issue of oil. It is Iran who is involved again and the Shiite militias." Crowds of ethnic Turkmen who opposed Kurdish control of the city were celebrating. Some drove in convoys with Iraqi flags and fired shots in the air. "This day should become a holiday. We're so happy to have gotten rid of Kurdish leader Masoud Barzani's party," a man celebrating on a motorbike said. Prime Minister Haidar al-Abadi reportedly ordered that the Iraqi flag be hoisted over Kirkuk and other disputed areas claimed by both the central government and the Kurds, who defied Baghdad to hold a vote for independence on September 25. Baghdad described the advance as largely unopposed, and urged the Kurdish security forces known as Peshmerga to cooperate in keeping the peace. Washington called for calm on both sides, seeking to avert an all-out conflict between Baghdad and the Kurds that would open a whole new front in Iraq's 14-year-old civil war and potentially draw in regional powers such as Turkey and Iran. Islamic State remains the true enemy of Iraq, the U.S. Embassy said in a statement. "We urge all parties to remain focused on finishing the liberation of their country from Islamic State." The overnight advance was the most decisive step Baghdad has taken yet to block the independence bid of the Kurds, who have governed an autonomous part of northern Iraq since the fall of Saddam Hussein in 2003 and voted 3 weeks ago to secede. Kirkuk, one of the most ethnically and religiously diverse cities in Iraq, is located just outside the autonomous Kurdish zone. Kurds consider it the heart of their homeland and maintain that it was cleansed of Kurds and settled with Arabs under Saddam Hussein to secure control of the oil that was the source of Iraq's wealth. Internal rifts appear on Kurdish side. Baghdad considers last month's Kurdish independence vote illegal, especially as it was held not just in the autonomous region but in Kirkuk and other neighboring areas the Kurdish Peshmerga occupied after driving out Islamic State. The Kurdish secession bid was strongly opposed by neighbors Iran and Turkey. Washington, allied with the Kurds for decades, pleaded vainly for them to halt a vote that could break up Iraq. Recently there have been worse signs of internal conflict among the Iraqi Kurds, who have been divided for decades into two main factions: the KDP of regional government leader Mr. Barzani, and the PUK of his longtime rival Jalal Talabani, who served as Iraq's ceremonial president in Baghdad from 20/30/2014 and died 2 weeks ago. Both Kurdish parties control their own Peshmerga units. While Mr. Barzani's KDP strongly supported the independence referendum, some PUK figures were more circumspect. Monday's Peshmerga statement accused a group within the PUK of treason for assisting Baghdad's advance. "We regret that some PUK officials helped in this plot," it said. Although Iraqi officials portrayed the Kurds as retreating without a fight, Kurdish officials said Peshmerga had clashed with the Popular Mobilization, Shiite Muslim forces trained and armed by Iran that operate alongside regular Iraqi troops. Reuters. Topics: World politics, territorial disputes, unrest, conflict and why. Kurdistan, Iraq. First posted October 17, 2017 062644.